and many other trips have to be canceled. Departing from the Ventura Harbor, we have a camper drop-off at 9:30.
Yeah, camper drop-off. That's good, Channel Islands. We're going to the Channel Islands National Park. So we are at Ventura, and we'll be taking the cruise from ferry from here.
We are going to the Santa Cruz Island, which is just one among the
7 islands or five islands.
This is the headquarters of Channel Islands National Park, and then we are going to take a ferry on this very windy day. Choppy and windy day to go to.
We've taken the
Santa Cruz Island
tablets as well. So
yeah, we are taking the seasickness tablets. So fingers crossed that we'll be okay, but you never know. We might just be throwing up all over the place on the ferry.
Hopefully not.
But hopefully we won't.
Right as soon as we get outside the harbor here, so find out about today.
You can already make out this is extremely choppy. We are just hoping that we don't get seasick.
I'm already feeling seasick. Like going up and down, up and down.
So how was the ferry ride, Bhargav?
Survive. Really choppy.
You guys are always
So we have made it to the island, and now we are going to go and set up our camp at the Scorpion campground. Feels so good to be back on land. Feels like I am breathing and alive again.
It's nice, fresh, and it's nice. It's not raining.
So there are two campgrounds on this island. The Scorpion campground, and then there is the Del Norte campground. The Scorpion is more popular and more developed. The Del Norte is much more primitive. So we are planning to camp at the Scorpion campground for a night. And apparently there are about a bunch of hikes over there that crisscross this island.
Did you see the raven? My god, the raven was so huge.
Oh, the raven, right?
Yeah, over here the ravens have like big claws, big eyes, humongous.
Looks scary, right?
Very scary.
I think it's got to do something with the flora and fauna over here.
It's undisturbed.
It's undisturbed and has like basically evolved in isolation from the mainland.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I can smell the eucalyptus over here.
Yes, I do.
Can you?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty nice looking eucalyptus tree. It's pretty huge.
Huge. Yeah, it is huge.
So those are the typical pit style toilets. Pretty clean, I must say. For a remote island, this is not bad at all. That's a water spigot where you can get potable drinking water, which is such a big boon on this island because you don't want to carry or lug around like gallon of water. This campground kind of stretches all the way till the back. And there is someone camping over there, someone camping on the far side, and we are camping somewhere over there. So just 3 people in this big campground.
Actually on the island, right?
Oh, actually just 3 people on the island and the park ranger.
Park ranger.
So that's it.
That's
Not a lot of people on this big island today.
Lots of foxes and ravens.
Lots of foxes and ravens,
I
yes.
haven't seen foxes yet, but ravens there are so many, plenty.
Yeah, the park ranger was saying that the foxes are native to this island only. They're not found anywhere in the world and only on this particular island. We're doing a short trail to Potato Harbor. Because we don't have a lot of time today before it gets dark, so we are going to do a short 3-ish mile hike. And then tomorrow we'll have more time to do and explore other parts of the island. I don't know if you can tell, but the winds have been extremely fierce today. I'm sitting inside my tent. Sitting outside is almost impossible because there are wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and it is quite chilly outside. So after the hike to the Potato Harbor and the Caven Point, which was really spectacular, we came back, had a hot cup of tea, and now we are retreated back to the tent before deciding if we want to go ahead and see the sunset. What's up, Foxy? The mini Foxy. Foxy, do you want oats for breakfast? Do you want nuts? Yo, Foxy. So this mini fox is found only in Santa Cruz. So that was a fox. Good morning, it's day 2. And today, after a really nice breakfast, we are headed on our way to Smuggler's Cove, which is on the east side of the island. It's a 7-mile round trip hike. It's classified as strenuous, but I don't know if it should, but we'll find out. We have about 5.5 hours to do this hike before coming back down and taking the 3:30 p.m. ferry back to Ventura. So that island over there is the Anacapa Islands, one of the smaller islands. Santa Barbara, Anacapa, Santa Cruz, San Miguel and Santa Rosa, with Santa Cruz being the easiest island to get to as well as the biggest island. What a difference just 24 hours make. Yesterday the winds were brutal and pretty fierce. It was cold. Today we have bright sunshine with almost zero wind, and it's just so nice today. So if you are coming on this island, check out the weather. You don't want to be caught in those fierce winds and come unprepared. The island won't be like this all the time. So in the winter it's quite common for the rain as well as for the winds. Always come prepared. So we made it to Smuggler's Cove. This is a very secluded and private kind of beach over here. It almost feels like having a sense of solitude. The trail to Smuggler's Cove wasn't too hard at all. It's about 3.7 miles from the campground, and there's just a steep section once you get onto the top of the ridge and then going back down, which means going back up might be a little bit difficult, but we have plenty of time. Overall, this has been a really good experience to see a very unique ecosystem that has evolved in relative isolation from the mainland. Has been a pretty nice experience. The islands have been inhabited by the Chumash Indians since the 1800s. And then as the western settlers came in, they converted these islands to a big ranch. Now what remains are basically just the remains of the ranch, as it was evident from the visitor center, where they had displays of the old findings from the Chumash Indians as well as the ranch settlers. When the ranch settlers came in, they actually brought in a host of problems. Biggest problems were the domesticated sheep and the pigs, which aren't native to this island and which actually had a big impact to the flora and the fauna of the island. Within a matter of few years, the sheep and the pigs had raised or destroyed most of the endemic plant species, and an effort was made in order to get rid of the sheep and the pigs off the island.
Island restoration efforts began in the early 1980s with a program to remove the non-native sheep. It was a first step towards turning the tides and restoring the island ecosystem.
Gradually, over a period of time, the endemic flora and fauna of this island has begun to reappear.
My experience has been wonderful. It is an amazing place, unlike any other island. So when we hiked overlooking the ocean, the cliffs, it was very windy over there and it was very beautiful, very picturesque.
If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to comment, share and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, it's bye-bye.
Our boats have seen orcas for a couple months. Has a beautiful male, big triangular dorsal fin, 6 feet tall or so. He is with his mother.
Places you need to get to, although you're probably